YouTube, this is Steve over at Tower Genius. Little behind the scenes video here on a Saturday. I have nothing better to do than come in the office. But anyway, it's a celebration Saturday here because we got the old coffee is for closers mug, and I'm toasting the folks over at T-Mobile because thanks guys. Thanks for the $1,500 rent increase for our client that we've been fighting for the past 4 years. So here's the thing. Sometimes these cell tower negotiations, they go south. In this particular case, Sprint delayed for about 2 years, and then they took the lease right down to where the client had it ready to be fully executed. Then they sat on it, and they knew the merger was coming or whatever. And nothing ever happened, and they put the thing on hold. And lo and behold, T-Mobile resurfaces after a year, and of course they don't want to agree to the agreement that Sprint agreed to. And anyway, so we threw down the gauntlet, and of course they agreed. So the landlord is gonna be a happy camper here soon. So anyway, our coaching consulting services can help property owners and landlords figure out how to negotiate with these folks, as it happened for this particular client. That is it's not a volunteer fire department; they are a fire department. But anyway, undisclosed location. We protect the anonymity of our clients. But yeah, it's always nice. I know somewhere T-Mobile has Kevin's picture and my picture on a dartboard, and we actually used to do site acquisition for T-Mobile back in our youth when we worked on the dark side of wireless for the industry. And the industry was a lot different back then. It was actually, it was pretty good to work in. What we noticed after 9/11, I got laid off from the site acquisition company that I was working for because there was no new construction in New York. Everything came to a grinding halt, sadly. And anyway, so what we had noticed, and I always kept my finger on the pulse of telecom, even while I was out of it for a short time, but we noticed that the carriers and the tower companies, but really the carriers, had become very heavy-handed with landlords, just like the case here. I mean, they really put a lot of pressure on these folks that are doing other things. They're serving the community, and then they have all this pressure to get this thing done. High-pressure sales tactics. And if they didn't have the right guidance, they might have signed the agreement. They might have really sold themselves short on something that was quite valuable. And anyway, so when one of the things that happened, and I've shared this I think in the past on other videos, maybe at least once, but we noticed, and this is the typical T-Mobile modus operandi. They will come out and try to get a rent reduction, 2-3 years out. They use certain contractors out in California, and they will contact you and scare the bejesus out of you so that you give them a rent reduction, aka lease optimization. And lease optimization only works this way. It only works downwards. It doesn't work in your favor. And and I can never, for the life of me, I don't understand, and this is actually, it benefits property owners and landlords, but T-Mobile will try to get that rent reduction, delay, and then they'll just wait till there's about, 3 months left, 6 to 3 months, and they get serious about trying to extend the lease. And they really put themselves into a bad negotiating position. So anyway, I find humor in that, but anyway, that's just me. I'm weird that way. So anyway, thank you, T-Mobile. You guys rock. We appreciate you. Black Rifle coffee is the best. Thanks.